guys, so this is the review of my Bugera Trirec Infinium 100 watt 3-channel valve amplifier. I've had it for a few months and it's been good to me, so let's get into it. Okay, so starting with the front, over on the far right we have channel 1, which this is the clean channel that can be turned into also a light overdrive channel by flicking this switch up to drive. Otherwise you're clean. And we've got our standard treble, mid, bass, EQ, presence, volume, and gain knobs. Channel 2, which I kind of use this as a middle distortion channel. Same EQ and volume knobs and everything. The only difference is the selector switch that goes down to classic, vintage in the middle, and modern at the top. And basically it changes the tone of the distortion. Classic rock style, vintage. And as you go higher, you kind of get edgier sounds, more like you'd hear in modern metal. Channel 3, which I call this the crazy metal shred distortion channel. Same exact controls as channel 2. It just comes preloaded with much more gain in it. And over to the left we have the Vari Power, Reverb, Master, and Boost knobs, as well as our power and standby switches. Vari Power is cool because it changes the wattage of the amplifier all the way from 1 watt to 100 watts and anywhere in between. Normally I keep it around 50 watts. And this is cool because you can have that great tube saturation at lower volumes, so you don't have to blow out your windows for a good tube sound. This is what I would call maybe the one flaw of the amp. Around here it doesn't really seem to do much, but so I always have it rolled up all the way because that's how I can really get any noticeable reverb effect. This amp has a lot of gain, and if you still do not have what you need, then you can just roll up the boost and you have this amp just exploding and destroying everything. Okay, so this is the back of the amp. A couple of things going on here. Starting on the left, we've got our line out with a level, and so this is for if you want to go direct in while you're recording. We have a impedance selector switch that goes from 4, 8, 16 ohms, which basically makes this amp compatible with almost any cab. The loudspeaker outputs, and this right here is the Infinium technology, which these lights will light up when your power tubes is out, and I'll let you know which one exactly. This is the effects loop. You've got a send and return level, as well as this knob is a switch that lets you control what you want your foot switch doing if your foot switch is controlling the effects loop. Then we also have external switching for different channels and everything else. And this is the MIDI connection where the foot switch it comes with gets plugged into. And this is our rectifier switch that changes from silicon diodes to valves and diodes, and each one gives you a little bit of different sound as well. So this is the foot switch that it comes with. 6 switches, controls channel 1, 2, 3, the boost, the reverb, and this one's for the effects loop. Be playing out of a Gibson Les Paul Traditional Pro and a Marshall MG cabinet. Okay, so now we're on channel 2. I have it switched down to classic, and I'll just keep switching it up. I won't change up the EQ settings at all. I'll just flick the switch up to vintage and then modern so you can see what that really does. So first with the classic. Pros, sounds really good and it's very versatile in terms of the cabs you can use, the types of distortion it can do. You've got a boost function just in case you need more distortion. The tremendous amounts of gain can be rolled off to make nice classic tones. Cons, however, is, well, I mean, like, it's really heavy, but that's not really a con. Tube amps come heavier. I wish the reverb did some more effect there. It barely does anything. And one thing is that this amp came sticky, which was weird. It's wrapped in this, I'm not sure, like some imitation leather something, and for some reason it came kind of sticky, which it cleaned off, but that was weird. And channels pop a bit when you change them. So I don't know if you noticed, but it's just I'll switch back and forth. So yeah, there's a little bit of popping going on, but when you're playing in a live scenario, that's not really noticeable at all. I use this amp a lot when I play with my band called Reasons Above All. If you want to check out that channel, you can click here. If you want to see more videos, please like and subscribe. I have much more other things to review.